been busy working all night, and I'm telling everybody I'ma get it right. They know what I'm living like. I've been busy going all out, and I'm telling everybody.
Good morning, everybody. A little after 11:15 right now. Had a nice day off yesterday. It's just strange having a day off. I mean, like the entire time, as I mentioned, I bagged and tagged every night, so I never had any days off. Unfortunately for Tanya and Rich, yesterday didn't go according to plan, and both are eliminated. So we got to root in KL, who's doing well. He's got over starting stack 60,000. I'm sitting there with 26-1. I'll be in the Miranda room today. My table is one of the early breakers, which means I won't be at a featured table. I'll be alone in the back room, and that's kind of good, especially in the early going when I'm just feeling out a new table. Did my homework on all my opponents. One seeming threat that doesn't have a lot of chips is a young German. But outside of that, it looks like a pretty low limit type field, which means hopefully what it means is that I can actually get away with stealing some darn blinds, because that's going to be very, very important with my short stack. I don't want to, it's not short, I have 43 bigs. I don't want to be flipping for big stacks. What I'd really like to have happen is just be able to like kind of throw some jabs, build from 43 to 70 to 80 and then like open up again. Because right now I'm going to have to adjust slightly in terms of like the wildish loose play that I bring to day one. Day one, I'm looking to hit a lot of home runs. I'm playing a lot of hands like 6-4 suited, 6-3 suited, really looking to hit big flops and hopefully get paid off by some, weak, curious hands. I also did some bluffing. I made one bad call on day one. It's kind of annoying, and it was only because, so the live stream, I would have never made this call if it wasn't for the Poker Go live stream. There was a hand against Douglas on day one where it came 9-10-4. It was checked. It was bet. I called. He check raised the flop with 6-4, and then the turn was what was the turn? A queen. Check, river into 8, so it could 8, 9, 10, queen. I checked and he bet the river, so it was kind of and I folded the 8, and it was kind of a little bit of a goofy bluff. So I got the intel from my people, and then later I ended up calling him on king high board with a pair of 6s in a spot where I wouldn't have called normally. It was an 8,000 bet, and also on top of that, had I had an opportunity to see him play later, he was checking back turns consistently. Like, now I would have understood what that hand was a little bit better. And I mean, I figured he probably had aces or ace king, which is what I said he had. Those are the only value hands I thought that he would bet there. All the rest wouldn't, so I called him with just a pair of 6s. So that cost me 8,000, which, adds up. And then just a lot of floats and things like that I tried did not work out so well. Wasn't hitting the turns I needed, or either they were or continued to bet. So like I said, a tough table on day one. Hopefully today goes much better. Our intention is to end the day with 240,000 in chips. Before that starts, I've got a quick interview in about 10 minutes here. I don't know if it's an interview. I don't know what the heck we're doing. The guys from Barstool, Nate, and the crew are coming to the trailer, and I guess we're gonna do a bit. We're gonna do a little skit for them. I don't even know. I just said yes. Let's do it. That's what we're starting with. We're gonna have it grow by adding a little of those, some of these over here. Watch, he's the German. Remember the one on the sheet that I was talking about? That's the one right there. Yeah, he's won a bunch of tournaments. This guy's good. This is my favorite room in here, the Miranda. How you doing, boss? It's nice and quiet, low ceilings, nice and warm. I'm a fan. All right, so we're on the first break. Got a much better table today than I did yesterday, the right kind of table. But early on, I lost one small pot. Guy raised, I defended my big blind with ace queen. Flop was 4-4-3. I check called the flop, lost to pocket nines. And then this key hand comes up, 3 and 600 antes. 3 and 600 blinds, $100 ante, which is relatively high. Player limps in for 600. Josh Brickus, who I've known for years, raises to 1800. I call in the button with the 5-6 of clubs. The other player calls as well. So 3 of us to a flop, and it is 9 of diamonds, 4 of diamonds, deuce of hearts. Josh decides to bet 2,700, and I call with the gut shot and the intention of trying to pick this pot up with a turn bet.
The other player folds. It turns a queen of clubs. Josh checks, so I'm like, okay, let's continue the story. And I bet 3,700. He calls. River's the 3 of diamonds. So I'm like, yes, I made the straight, but the flush got there, and he just bombs it. Bombs it all in. I've got 13-5. So I used up all my time banks if I would have had time banks, because, you know, an all-in situation, I took quite a while to take. Finally, I just looked over at his chips, and he didn't move. He's kind of stoic, and it's very different than what I would expect for when I jumped up to look at his chips. So I elected to call, but all I really beat is a goofy bluff. Like, I don't beat anything, you know, the way he plays the hand. So I beat like 10 jack, king 10, I don't know, some goofy hands. So I call, win that pot. He just said, you got it. I'm like, okay, that's good news. And so now we're sitting on 55,100, end of level 1. So very happy with where I'm at in the Miranda room. Very happy with my table. I've raised a couple hands and they've all folded. Yay! So good start to the day for sure. Break numero 2, 70,900. Was all in again, jack 8 of diamonds on a queen 10-5. All diamonds board against ace queen with the ace of diamonds on the turn. And survived that. So actually, I mean, I got it all in on the river when I already had them. Safer that way.
Is awesome, don't you know?
Oh, don't you know? So, been a bit of an up and down day, kind of yo-yo-y, if you will. Started the day around 61, ran it up to almost 90, about 2.5 levels in. And then just had a horrible half an hour. I mean, just on my hands that were like 3-bet worthy, I was just riffing on flops, just absolutely riffing. And I was getting like 3-bet in weird spots where I can't fold, but I'm out of position and I don't want to 4-bet, and so I end up just playing a bunch of weird hands. That doesn't matter. Got that down to like 68K, and then this hand happens. I'm in the big blind, jack 7 of clubs. I'm in the 4 seat. Harrison Gimbel is in the 1 seat. Blinds are 5 and 1K with the 100 ante, and he opens to 2,200, folds to me in the big blind. I obviously call. I'm going to defend that big blind. to a single raise right there. Really wide, and Jack 7 suited is definitely in that range. Flop is 10-4-4 with 2 clubs. So I flop an overcard and a flush draw. I check, you see that's like 40% pot. I elect to check raise my draw. I can represent the 4, I can represent some 10s, and obviously I'm going to do that with a flush draw as well. So I 2.5x his bet, and he tanks for about 30 seconds and calls. The turn is interesting. It's an offsuit 10. So 10-10, 4-4 with 2 clubs. I tanked for about 30 seconds and decided to check. If I did have a 4 or a 10, I would do the exact same thing, because now I have a monster and I want to give him room to bluff. And also, I can still hit a flush on the river for showdown value, even though I'm not super pumped about it. He checks back, so now I'm thinking, okay, he's either got like ace king, ace queen, ace jack, some stuff like that. Sometimes he's got like 9s here, queens, jacks. I don't think he has kings all that often, so I'm thinking he has a lot of hands here that probably don't really want to see a bet on a lot of different rivers. The river is a banana. It's like the 3 of nothing. I don't even remember. It didn't matter. So there is about 20, like, I don't remember exactly how big the pot was, but I know I sized it at around a third pot to make it look really value-y, like, please tell me, please. I have air, obviously, and he thinks for probably about 3 minutes, I guess. I didn't look at the clock, but it felt like an hour, for sure. And he looks at me and he says, if I show you, will you show me? And I was like, immediately, yes. Because A, it guarantees that I win the pot, and B, it will maybe give me a chance to make some moves later after dinner break with my value hands and maybe get paid off. So he flips over pocket queens. So he had queen, 10-10. I saw him jack 7, and he chuckles and laughs. And then he goes, what's your name on ACR again? And I go, don't short me, man. My ABI is like $7. He's like, oh no, I'm not going to. 5 minutes later, he's got his phone out and just chuckling to himself. And I said, you did it, didn't you? You stoked me. He's like, no. So it was a fun hand. I told the table, I was at the main event. I had to bluff a pro one time. I did it. Don't tell them that I'll probably do it some more. But it was fun. It was a good time. Back up to around 75 and coming back to 6 and 12 with a 200 ante. Plenty of chips, plenty of time, and looking forward to a day 2 bag.
All right, last hand before the dinner break, and it was a doozy. I got my chips up to 70,000, lost a few pots here and there with some real sick hands. I kept flopping top pair, and there'd be like 3 people in front of me calling. I'm like, what is happening right now? This happened a few times. So just a lot of weird spots where I got away way cheaper than I needed to. And this following hand breakdown, we're gonna look at another one where something like that happens. Blinds are 500 and 1,000 with a $100 ante. The old man on my right decides to limp in for 1,000. And so I have a pretty good read on him and his range of hands and things like that. He doesn't really do a lot of bluffing. But I'm in pretty early position. Otherwise, if I was late, I would isolate him with the ace-4 of clubs. So I limp in with ace-4 of clubs. The young German player calls from next to the button, and the blinds check. The flop comes ace of spades, queen of hearts, 4 of hearts. So I've got a good flop here with aces and 4s. The old man bets 3,100. So now I know what he has. I just know. Because it's so, like, literally so face up. He doesn't have aces, or ace queen, ace king, or a set of fours. I mean, he could have a set of fours. That's one small possibility. I mean, I do have a 4 in my hand. That's the one small hand you could have. What I think he has here is two possibilities. It's like ace 10, ace jack, or most likely a suited ace to the flush. So I just call because I know he's not going to fold that hand if I raise or anything like that. So I want to wait to make sure that a card comes clean. This is the main event. You got 2-hour levels. I'm not looking to just get it in flipping situations. So I call. Now the German tanks and calls behind me. Not tanks. Thanks for a second. Calls. So now I'm like, oh boy, he has a flush draw. And he has a flush draw. They both have flush draws. That's what I'm thinking. Turns the king of diamonds. Now my friend, the old man here, bets 6,000. Thinking, okay, I got 6,000 to call plus another 26,000 left. I'm gonna wait to see if the card comes clean on the river because I know pretty sure I got him beat. You know, maybe this guy over here made a pair of kings, but whatever. We're gonna wait to see the river. I called. The overplayer calls. I'm 100% sure he has a flush draw. And the river comes the 8 of hearts, completing the flush. The old man bets 15,000. I insta-muck my aces and fours. The German makes a bad play in this spot, and he raised to 42.5. The old man re-raised to 69. The young kid shows a king eye flush and folds. And of course, my man had the ace 5 of hearts. So we were in a good spot there, 3 ways going to the river. Lost, is the minimum again, and I've been doing that a lot in a lot of pots. It's the only reason I'm still in this thing with 25,000 because, had a lot of coolers go the other way. But that's going to happen in the main event, and you just got to hope that you can fade enough of them and then put some coolers on your opponents. So now it's dinner break. Gonna eat, take a nap, get back to it. 2 more levels.
Thank for these 2 gentlemen that are involved in the hand, so they'll be following us. Guys, we're all going to Amazon together. Guys, please don't stop and smoke a cigarette or use the restroom. We all want to go together. This is the Amazon room. Once you get there, you guys will get your new seats. Good luck in there.
My cattle just hurt us right. I'll take a hand. Hello, everybody. Oh, I'll wait. Never mind. Too many blinds. They finally brought me closer to this duo over here. All right, I made it in. Think pink. I like it. Nice. How you doing, man? How many chips we got?
Not much.
You got plenty. Stop with that. I got less than that. I feel like I got 1 billion. Good luck.
We got a power focus.
At least you can't outplay me now. It's 3-way 5. Certain things you can't say. Stay out. Hold him, baby. Hold him.
Bingo.
Oh my god. game, man? Oh, I was all excited. I was gonna have 40K again. Me too, guys. Good luck, everybody. Just went all in with 2 7s. Guy called with 2 6s. But he made a flush on the river.
Well, we had chips.
Yeah, you're
So,
doing good.
We're
Huh?
not done.
At 16K? The hand before was so weird. I raised it up with ace-8 of spades early. The small blind decided to call. Very tight he's been playing. He hasn't played a hand. Comes ace-5 deuce all diamonds. He leads out at it. I folded. He showed 6-3 offsuit with a diamond. I'm like, what just happened here?
Hey man, you had a blocker.
He had what?
You had a blocker.
But he was folding like crazy.
No.
All of a sudden he's like 6-3. Yeah.
You had a blocker.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess he did.
I'm on that double up life.
All right, man.
No.
You got plenty.
Yeah.
I was trying to double 2 that.
That's the plan.
Good luck, man.
Hey, good game.
Cheers.
Good game.
Inaczej moje ładno.
Going this way. Sure. Got it. So that was like a weird ending to the day. I was grinding that Shortstack Ninja all day long. Folded the ace-8 of spades. That hand was weird. The guy was playing super tight. This guy's playing super tight. I raise early. He calls in the small one with 6-3 offsuit and then leads the ace-5 deuce all diamonds flop. I folded an ace. He showed the hand. So very next hand, 10 bigs. I shoved with 7s. Big blind calls with 6s. Sweet. We're looking at 40,000 on our way. Flops clean. Turns spade. Straight draw, spade on the river. Ugly way to go. It's always frustrating, but we're not done yet. You know, there's still the little one for 1 drop. So I plan on inhaling a good amount of alcohol while playing this last one. All right, one favor, KL. This is kind of important. Do me a favor. Try not to bust that guy over there, because he's on the fantasy team. Tell him not to. Okay, don't bust him either.
Tell you what, you can get second, I'll take first. How about that? Alright?
I'll take second.
Alright,
I'll take second right now.
There you go.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, you too. You too. We bagged day 2, bagged right over 120K, so coming back to over 50 bigs, really good spot. Daniel came over right after he left me, gave me some run good. I doubled up, a couple hands later, doubled up again, and we're in it. I can't thank Daniel enough for the opportunity, and I'm living the dream, man. I'm living the dream.